Have you ever stayed up late replaying that one embarrassing moment in your head? Maybe it was something dumb you said at work. Maybe it was a text you wish you never sent. Or maybe it was just the feeling that people were laughing at you behind your back. That's worry. And here's the ugly truth. Worry doesn't protect you. It doesn't make you smarter. It doesn't make people respect you. Worry eats you alive from the inside while everyone else keeps moving forward. Machiavelli, the guy people call ruthless, understood this centuries ago. He knew that the person who can't control their own mind can never control anything else. And he had a brutal, simple strategy to stop worrying and flip the power back in your favor. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how to use that strategy to kill worry, take control of your mind, and even influence people instantly. Let's get into it. Worry is sneaky. It doesn't show up like anger, loud and obvious. It's quiet. It lives in your head, whispering worst-case scenarios, and before you know it, it's running the show. Think about it. You're about to walk into a job interview. Instead of focusing on the questions, your brain is spinning. What if I mess up? What if they don't like me? What if I look nervous? By the time you sit down, you've already lost half the battle. Not because you aren't qualified, but because worry killed your presence. Or take something smaller, like texting someone you're interested in. You type, delete, retype, overthink. Minutes feel like hours. When you finally hit send, it feels forced, awkward. Why? Because worry drained the natural confidence out of you. That's the real danger of worry. It steals your power before you even take action. It makes you look weaker, even when you're not. People sense it too. They may not say anything, but they pick up on the hesitation, the nervous laugh, the over-explaining. And once they sense it, their respect for you drops. Machiavelli understood this. He knew that power isn't just about armies, politics, or money. Power starts in the mind. If worry controls you, then everyone else can too. Worry makes you easy to manipulate, easy to ignore, easy to push aside. Here's the twist, though. Worry doesn't just happen. A lot of times it's planted. People create it, sometimes intentionally, sometimes not. A rude comment, a dismissive laugh, a moment of silence after you speak. These little things are designed to make you question yourself. And the second you start questioning, you give away your power. But Machiavelli had a way to flip this trap. He realized that the moment you stop showing worry, people stop seeing weakness. And that's when influence begins. So the question is, if worry is this silent enemy, how do you actually fight it? Here's the part most people don't want to hear. People don't care about your feelings as much as you think they do. What they really care about is how you show up. If you walk into a room anxious, fidgeting, second-guessing yourself, people don't think, "Oh, poor guy, he must be nervous." No, they think, "This person isn't confident. I don't have to take them seriously." It sounds harsh, but that's reality. Respect isn't handed out, it's taken. Machiavelli was blunt about this. He believed people judge you by what you project, not by what you feel inside. If you show worry, even if it's tiny, a shaky voice, avoiding eye contact, apologizing too much, it's like blood in the water. People sense weakness, and they'll treat you differently because of it. Now, this doesn't mean people are evil. It just means people are wired to follow strength. Think about your own life. Who do you naturally gravitate toward? The friend who always panics, stresses out, and overthinks? Or the one who stays calm, cracks a joke, and doesn't let little things rattle them? Exactly. And this is where Machiavelli's truth clashes with Dale Carnegie's famous advice. Carnegie said, "Be likable, be friendly, smile." Sure, that works to a point. But Machiavelli takes it a step further. Being likable isn't enough. People respect calm strength more than they respect charm. It's why the guy who doesn't over-explain gets listened to. It's why the woman who stays calm during drama suddenly becomes the leader in the room. They didn't worry about being liked. They projected certainty. And that certainty is a magnetic. So here's the ruthless truth. If you let worry leak through, people will treat you as weak. But if you master calmness, even when you're nervous inside, people will treat you with respect. That's the leverage Machiavelli was talking about. And if calm strength is the key to respect, then the next step is figuring out how to actually build it. Machiavelli had a powerful tool for this, something called frame control. Let's talk about frame. In simple terms, your frame is the invisible lens through which everyone sees a situation. Whoever controls the frame controls the interaction. Picture this. You're at a meeting. You make a suggestion and someone laughs. Instantly, your brain wants to panic. Did I sound stupid? Did I lose credibility? That's worry taking over. But here's what Machiavelli would tell you. Don't give them that power. Flip the frame. Instead of shrinking, you lean back, smile, and say, "Glad you found that funny. Now let me finish." Suddenly the frame isn't "you embarrassed yourself." The frame is, "I'm still the one in charge of this conversation." People instantly readjust to your calm certainty. This is frame control. You don't let the other person set the emotional tone, you set it. If they try to put you in the weak box, you calmly refuse to step in. And when you do that, something magical happens. Worry disappears. Because worry only lives when you're reacting to someone else's frame. Think about your own life. How many times have you replayed a situation in your head, an argument, a date, a meeting, thinking, "I should have said this, I should have acted like that"? That's because you lost the frame in the moment. You reacted instead of leading. Machiavelli knew this was deadly. If you let others dictate the frame, you're at their mercy. But if you control it, you project strength, even when you don't feel strong inside. And people can't help but respect that. Here's the key. Controlling the frame doesn't mean being aggressive. It doesn't mean yelling or dominating. It means staying calm, refusing to take the bait, and subtly shifting the situation back into your control. Silence, humor, or a simple "let's stay on track" can completely flip the dynamic. And once you've got the frame, you've got the room. People follow the person who seems unfazed. That's how leaders are made, not by worrying, but by setting the tone. But here's the real test. Can you stay in control even when people disrespect you directly? That's where Machiavelli's next strategy comes in. Here's something people rarely admit. Disrespect never stays small. If you let someone get away with it once, it multiplies. A little eye roll today turns into being ignored tomorrow, and eventually you're treated like you don't even matter. Machiavelli understood this better than anyone. Respect is either protected or lost. Think back to school. Remember the kid who got picked on and never pushed back? What happened? The bullying didn't stop. It got worse. Because once people sense they can cross the line without consequences, they'll keep pushing. It's human nature. Now, Machiavelli's advice was ruthless but simple. You don't let disrespect take root. You cut it off immediately. Not with anger, not with overreaction, but with calm certainty. Let's say someone interrupts you mid-sentence in a meeting. Most people either shut down or over-explain. Both are weak moves. The Machiavellian move: you pause, look at them, and calmly say, "I wasn't finished yet." That's it. Short, direct, no emotion. You've just sent a message. I'm not here to be stepped on. Or imagine you're with friends, and someone makes a sarcastic jab at your expense. Most people laugh nervously to keep the peace. Bad move. That laugh signals you accept the disrespect. Instead, you smile, look at them, and reply, "You seem a little too invested in me. Everything all right?" Boom. You flip the frame, called them out without losing composure, and shut the disrespect down. Here's the truth. People test boundaries. Sometimes it's playful, sometimes it's malicious, but how you respond sets the tone for how they treat you moving forward. If you let it slide, you'll keep worrying, replaying it in your head later. But if you shut it down calmly in the moment, worry disappears and respect grows. Machiavelli would say, it's better to be feared than loved if you can't be both. In modern terms, it's better to be respected than liked. Because once people respect you, real friendships, real alliances, and real influence become possible. And here's the twist. Once you kill disrespect, you can actually build friendships faster because people trust strength. That's where the next strategy comes in. Now, let's flip the script. So far, we've talked about stopping worry and shutting down disrespect. But Machiavelli wasn't only about defense. He was a master of building alliances. And here's the shocking truth. The fastest way to win friends isn't about being overly nice. It's about making people feel seen. Think about it. Who do you like more? The person who brags about themselves non-stop, or the person who actually notices you? Most people are starving for recognition. They don't want another lecture. They want someone who makes them feel important. Dale Carnegie hammered this in his book, Make People Feel Valued, and They'll Love You for It. But Machiavelli added a ruthless twist. Don't just notice people, use it strategically. Observe what they crave. Some want admiration, others want validation, others just want to feel smarter than you. If you can spot what someone's ego is hungry for and feed it, without losing your own frame, you gain influence instantly. Here's how it works in real life. Imagine you're meeting someone new. Instead of worrying about being liked, you focus on them. You ask, "So what's keeping you busy these days?" They start talking about their project. You nod, ask follow-up questions, genuinely curious. You're not faking it. You're just letting them shine. Suddenly, they walk away, thinking, wow, I really like this person. But notice, you barely said anything about yourself. That's Machiavelli meets Carnegie. Make people feel important, but never in a way that lowers your own status. Compliment their effort, their creativity, their perspective, not just their looks or surface-level traits. Keep your frame solid while you elevate theirs. The result? People feel drawn to you, they trust you, they want to be around you. And the best part, because you've already shown strength by shutting down disrespect earlier, they don't see you as a pushover. They see you as both strong and likable. That's a deadly combination. So here's the secret. To win friends instantly, stop worrying about being impressive. Focus on making others feel impressive, while staying calm and grounded in your own power. That's how you build connections that actually last. But there's one final piece. None of this works if your inner voice keeps sabotaging you. That's where Machiavelli's deepest lesson comes in. Here's the brutal truth. Everything we've talked about, controlling the frame, killing disrespect, winning friends, none of it sticks if you haven't mastered the battlefield inside your own head. Machiavelli believed the greatest enemy isn't out there. It's in here. Think about it. How many times have you replayed an embarrassing moment in your mind for days? Or stressed about what someone might think of you, even though they've already moved on? That's wasted energy. That's your own mind turning against you. And if you don't conquer that, no strategy in the world will save you. Machiavelli's genius was realizing that power begins with perception, and perception begins with how you see yourself. If you constantly see yourself as weak, unworthy, or less than others, guess what? The world will mirror that back to you. But if you train your mind to stay calm, to focus, to let go of worry, you project strength, and people respond. Here's a simple but powerful trick. When worry creeps in, ask yourself, what would the strong version of me do right now? Not the panicked version, not the overthinking version, the strong version. Then act from that place. Over time, you rewire your brain to default to calm instead of chaos. And here's where it gets real. Once you conquer your mind, you stop chasing people. You stop begging for approval. You stop spiraling into worry every time something doesn't go your way. Instead, you move through the world with quiet confidence. People sense it. They respect it. They follow it. That's the Machiavellian strategy for true power. Not manipulating others first, but mastering yourself. Because once your mind is steady, you can walk into any room, face any challenge, deal with any person, and still hold your frame. That's power nobody can take from you. So stop worrying. Stop replaying mistakes. Stop handing your peace of mind to people who don't deserve it. The moment you control your own thoughts, that's the moment you win, and that's when life starts working for you, not against you.